Let's do 1.27. We need to write everything in the form of r times e to the power I theta. So A is I. Now, the magnitude r is given by x squared plus y squared and the root. In this case, x is 0, y is 1, so it's 1. So we have, so this is z, r equals this. So we have r as 1, and in this case, we know y is equal to 1, which is nothing but r sine theta, which is nothing but 1 times sine theta. So sine theta equals 1 implies theta is 90 degrees or pi by 2 radians. So I can be written as e to the power I pi by 2. Now let's look at b, which is minus 1. R is again equal to x squared plus y squared. In this case, we have 1, r is again 1, and x is equal to minus 1, which is also equal to r cos theta. And cos theta is minus 1, that implies theta is equal to pi radians or 180 degrees. So minus 1 is actually e to the power I pi. Let's move on to C, which is 1 minus 2i. So r is 1 square plus minus 2 square, which is 1 plus 4, which is root 5. R is root 5, square root of 5. And tan theta is negative 2. That implies theta is tan inverse of negative 2, whatever that value is. So 1 minus 2i can be written as root 5 times e to the power I theta, where theta is tan inverse of negative 2. This can be looked up online, or I can look at the trigonometric tables and get the value. Now moving on to part D, we have negative 1 minus I. So the absolute value, the magnitude, is going to be root 2, square root of 2, and negative 1 is going to be r sine theta, which is root 2 times sine theta. That implies sine theta is negative 1 over root 2. And negative 1 is also going to be r cos theta, which is root 2 times cos theta. So cos theta is equal to negative 1 over root 2. So we see that both sine theta and cos theta are negative. And sine theta is negative in third and fourth quadrants, whereas cos theta is negative in second and third quadrants. So sine theta and cos theta are both negative in the third quadrant. By quadrant, I mean this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth quadrants of the XY plane. So the angle has to fall into the third quadrant, right? So the value of theta should be in the third quadrant, which means the value of theta has to be greater than 180 degrees and less than 270 degrees. And from the value of 1 over root 2, we know that an angle of 45 degrees is involved. The sine 45 degrees or cos 45 degrees are both 1 over root 2. And in order to get negative 1 over root 2, the value of theta must be (180 degrees plus 45 degrees, which is 5 pi over 4. So we can write -1 minus I as root 2 times e to the power I 5 pi by 4.